Hello everyone and welcome to WoT News for the 4th of May 2013. I have found great news for today. Coming up in the show, Tank of the Month for May, Special, Big and Heavy, which is also called On Tracks in the US, May gift shop packages, World of Warplanes version 4.2, Skirmish 18, Walter Christie Weekend, Military Month 2013 Charity Drive, and 8.6 new self-propelled guns. In May, the tanks of the month are T-34 and T-34-85. Between 1st and 31st of May, these tanks will receive 30% more credits per battle, and between 1st and 5th of May, they are 50% cheaper. Now, a little bit of history about the T-34. In 1937, the Red Army assigned engineer Mikhail Koshkin to lead a new team to design a replacement for the PT series of tanks at the Kharkiv Comintern locomotive plant. Their prototype tank, which was designed, was called A-20 and had 20 mm of armor and a 45 mm gun. But this wasn't enough. Koshkin convinced the Soviet leader to let him develop a second prototype, a more heavily armored universal tank, which could replace the PT tanks. This one was then called the A-32 after its 32 mm of armor. Later, in 1939, an even heavier tank was approved for production as the T-34. The name for this tank came after the year 1934, because that's the year when Koshkin began to formulate his ideas about the new tank. The T-34 was the second most produced tank in history, with more than 35,000 units made between 1940 and 1944, because it was cheap to manufacture. The German army took 3 years to develop another tank, which can outperform the T-34. It was the Panther. Thus, the Soviet army increased the armor of the T-34 and mounted a bigger 85 mm gun. This model was called the T-34-85, and it was used effectively as a ramming force to push back the Japanese army in Manchuria in August 1945. Wargaming is celebrating their 15th anniversary and has prepared a periodic event for it. This event debuted on May 1st and will go on until 15th of May. During this first edition of the event, the following tanks will give you 30% more credits per battle and cost 30% less to purchase: the IS-3, IS-8 and IS-7, Soviet heavy tanks on tiers 8, 9 and 10 respectively. Now that May is here, there are new gift shop packages for you to buy. Between 1st and 11th of May, the bundles are as follows. Catch-up package. It includes 3,500 gold, 30 days of premium and 100,000 credits. Cost is €19.99. Booster package includes 1,500 gold, 30 days of premium, 2 million credits and 10 large repair kits. It costs €32. Big is Beautiful includes 5,000 gold, 30 days of premium, 3 million credits and 15 large repair kits for €50. A very expensive bundle called the Lion King bundle, which includes 10,000 gold, 90 days of premium, the Löwe tank and 1 garage slot, is now on sale. It also includes an exclusive gift, the Tetrarch Tier 2 Soviet light tank and another garage slot. All this as a whole costs €19.95. Experimental bundle costs €20 and includes the Panzer IV Smart Home, 1 garage slot, 2,000 gold and 5 large repair kits. And finally, the Hide and Seek bundle, which gives you the SU-122-44, Tier 7 tank destroyer, 1 garage slot, 30 days of premium, and 10 large repair kits is on sale for €34. Recently Wargaming released patch 4.2 for World of Warplanes. The first and most important part of this patch will probably be the addition of equipment, consumables, and ammunition. From now on you'll be able to customize your plane even more by equipping it with things like scopes, lacquers, and reinforced skins, which will all improve certain qualities of your performance. You can now even buy consumables like fire extinguishers and also first aid kits. And finally, you can also now change your ammunition types and buy the right shells which you need to blow your opponents out of the sky with. Because they added all these things which you can spend your hard-earned credits on, they also changed the economy a bit. Now your airplanes take less credits for repairs. They tightened controls a little as well, so they should be more precise and reactive now. In World of Warplanes, the Silverwing tournament will take place soon. This is a 4 versus 4 tournament with a tier 6 limit and a total of 22 tier points. This time around, if a match ends in a draw, it will be replayed. And your team must have a minimum of 4 players, and may include up to 2 registered reserve players. On a per player basis, the prizes are as follows. First place receives 8,000 gold, second place 6,000 gold, third place 4,000 gold, fourth place 2,500 gold, and fifth place, which includes 4 teams, gets 1,500 gold. In the US, the next skirmish is about to take place. Registrations ended on 3rd of May, aka yesterday. You can have a total of 7 players per battle in your team, with a maximum of 3 reserve players, and the limits are as following. You can choose a tank up to tier 8 in any tank category, but only up to 46 total tier points are allowed. The winner of each round will be determined as the first of 3 victories on a given map. Each battle lasts for 10 minutes and the standard battle mode will be used for this tournament. There will be 6 rounds between 6th and 11th of May, and there will be 2 minutes of break between each battle for each round. First place team's members will get 5,000 gold, second place 2,000, third 1,000 and fourth also 1,000. The only map used for this tournament will be Prokhorovka. Walter Christie weekend. John Walter Christie, the father of the modern tank, came up with brilliant designs and ideas which would solve the mobility issue of tanks. The tank he designed was too revolutionary for the times. It could travel 60 miles per hour on tracks, even faster on wheels, and was capable of climbing a 7-foot trench. This design was bought by the Soviet Union, who called it the Christie Ruski, and enthusiastically adopted both the design and mobile armor tactics it was meant for. He also sold them to the British, and the British Covenanter, Crusader, and Comet cruiser tanks can trace their lineage directly from Christie's concept of a fast tank with sloped armor, a fighting turret, and good cross-country mobility. About the event itself, it takes place between 3rd and 6th of May, and during this time your crew will earn double the normal experience. There is also a discount for premium status. 3 days costs now 350 gold, and 7 days 650 gold. There is an up to 50% credit and gold discount for premium ammo. You also receive 15,000 bonus credit for receiving the Invader medal. There is a 30% discount on the following vehicles: Comet, Su-100M1 and T-34-1. In addition, these same tanks give you 30% more credits per battle. There is also a whole 50% discount on these tanks. PT-2, Cruiser Mark III, Cruiser Mark IV, PT-7, T-46, 820, Covenanter, Crusader, Type T-34 and TSU-65. These vehicles also receive an 80% increase in credits earned per battle. The Su-100 and Cromwell are not discounted, but they also receive an 80% increase in credits earned. May is a military month for Wargaming, and so it is that you can donate to 3 charity organizations, which are called Homes for Our Troops, WoTs, or AMVETS, and Military Families Fund. By buying either of these 2 bundles between 30th of April and 31st of May, the T-34 bundle for $116, and it will give you the T-34 Heavy Tank 1 garage slot, 90 days of premium, 10,000 gold and 1.2 million credits, and also the gold and credit bundle for $23.39. This gives you 2,000 gold and 2 million credits. 10% of every purchase will go to these charity organizations. The new upcoming artillery vehicles are announced. I'll give you a list of these. For the German 3, the following SPGs will be added: Geschützwagen 10.5 cm Mark IV E, Panzer Selbst Farv Lafette 4B, and Geschützwagen 21 cm. The French gets the AMX Obusier Automoteur de 105. I hope that's how you pronounce it. Battalion 155, 55, as I called it. The Soviet gets another 2, Su-122A and Su-14-1, and the last, the US gets the M44 and M53/55. These SPGs will definitely make battles even more interesting than they already are. On a side note, I recently reached AMX AC MLE 46 tank destroyer and have had a lot of fun with it already. At first I thought that it won't be a good one at all, but when I entered the battle with it, it was really good, even with the stock gun. In addition to this, I have to tell you this. The next few awesome replays episodes will be especially interesting. There is even a full clear included. Anyway, this is it for this week. Thank you for watching and listening, and I'll see you on the battlefield.